Hi guys, welcome to the flight today. As we're in the 737-800 ZiboMod latest version, and we're going to be doing a return flight from Corfu down to Athens. Now we're going to be departing for runway 34 and arriving on 03 right. Departure now on to the SID for the Malid 1 Lima and arriving on the Nemes 2 Charlie. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below, helps get to that 2k subscriber goal. And now we can get inside the cockpit and start the aircraft up ready for our departure. Here we are in the 737-800 now. So we'll go overhead, we'll get the battery on and guarded, standby power is guarded and ground power is on. We'll go to BAM and ground power. Go overhead and get the IRSs aligned. We can go in and get the emergency exit lights on. No smokings can go on, which is checked. We can get the APU started up as well. We'll get one pump in. As we get our lovely panel lights on, we can get all the window heats which are on and checked along the trim air. We get the packs to auto isolation valve is open and the APU bleed is on. We're going for a flight level of 310. Landing elevation coming down today into lovely Athens. Be 308, so put it for 300 feet. Which will be checked. Position light can go on, anti-collision lights can go on as EGT now starts to stabilise down forward APU. We can go ahead and get our lovely front panel lights all set on and checked. As it is dark, we can leave all of them on so it's nice and set for us. Go get the navigational display on, we go to TA. Now we've got a nice departure out today as we leave. The IRSs are now done. So I'll go over that with you in just a few moments time. So getting the IRS positions in for the aircraft as we leave. So we've got Lima Golf, Kilo, Romeo. Go in and get that from the left GPS. Switch that in, go down to our routing. Going to be arriving in for Athens. And our departure today, we're going to be departing out of 34 and we're going out on the Malid 1 Lima. So there's the Malid 1 Lima. From that on our routing, we've then got the uniform Alpha 14, which is going to take us to Alfa Romeo Alpha. Uniform Bravo 34, which will take us down to Nemes. And that is the start of our arrival. So we're coming in on the Nemes 2 Charlie. And we're arriving in on the ILS Yankee for 0 right, or 03. As we can see, all of the transitions as we come through. And we're going to be taking in on the transition we've got down. As we come down, we've got Nemes, and then we've got the Didymon. So we'll take the Didymon transition, we'll activate that up, we'll go down into our perf, we'll get everything all ready. We've got a reserve of 1, cost index leaving out, it's going to be 39 for today. 270 on the flight altitude, so we'll go for 260, should be nice, stay in with the FMC's requirements. 292025. Which is down now wind, which is going to give us a minus 42. N1 coming out, temperature 15. As we come through and take full takeoff, we'll go down into a takeoff 1. Full takeoff, we'll take flaps 5. We've got 141, 143 and a 152, which we can buggy in. Which is checked. Center of gravity is 4.75, which we can check down. Which is checked in and set. Coming down on for the winds, we'll go get the weather. So as we wait to send that off, the IRSs are in. We can see our lovely departure as we rise up and then spin around. As we come through on the runway, we're going to basically come through, going to make a left-hand turn and then spin through 12 DME from GAR VOR. We're then going to make a 25-degree max bank. So we've got 15-degree bank, max 210 as we leave 2 DME from GAR and then swing round into the 251. Then at 12 dmi from GAR, 4,500 feet above will be max 230, and we can go up to 25 degrees, normal bank turn. And then at or above flight level 70 once we get down to the Kokura NDB. So we've got a few things to get in. So we've got the 108, which we'll get in now, which is already in and checked. Got the NDB, which is the 403. Okay, which is in. Put the NDB on. We should have it up. Okay, so there's the CAC NDB, which is on and checked. So we can get that down over on the left side. So we've got 403. Then once we leave from GAR, we're then going to be tracking inbound to the 1147. So we'll leave the 1147 over on the left, which should be all good for us. So let's check down on the weather. Weather's calm, scattered at 8,000. 1017 is the QNH. Okay, 1017, which is all in. Everything looks okay on my side, so we can switch over the APU and get all the fuel pumps on now with the yaw damper. We'll switch over to the APU gen, we'll get the electric hydraulics on now, as we are all ready and set to leave. So we'll go and close the doors and then we'll call the tug ready to go. So seeing as we actually don't need the tug, we can actually probably just start off from the block and then come straight out onto the taxiway. So we'll go ahead now and go to our before start checklist. So we'll get the packs which can go off now, which are set and checks. The APU bleed is on, everything else is all good to go. Engine start to both, and we can now go for engine number 2. So start valves open, N2's increasing. All pressure temps will come to life. 25% will inject fuel, and we see EGT start to increase for engine number 2. So as engine number 2 now switches over 57, the starter cutout will be back to off, and we'll go for engine number 1. So we see N2 increasing now. All pressure temps will come to life. Again, 25% will increase fuel, and we'll see EGT start to increase. Okay, so just coming back over now for 57%. Starter cuts are back over now, so switch over the APU. We can go to Gen 1, we can get the probes back on, which are checked. The packs can go to auto, the isolation valve can go to auto. We get the APU bleed off, with the engine bleeds on. We can get our start switches to continuous. Logo can go on, and ding the cabin ready to go. APU can go off, and we are all set now for our departure. Auto brake can go to RTO, auto throttle can be armed, as we're going to come out on heading select, and then we'll come out onto LNAV. So LNAVs are armed in white, and we are all ready to go. So bring the control column over, which are checked in the cabin, and we're now going to taxi on down to the runway 34. So we're going to come out, we're going to swing a left off of Alpha 1 and then roll it all the way down to the end of the runway. So parking brake is released. So we're going to come onto Alpha 2. We've got Alpha 1 to our left. Okay, so here we go. Ready to enter over the whole shoreline. So we get our runway tunnel flights, which can go on and checked. Strobes can go on, which are also set and checked. Can now power on to the end of 3-4. Travel down to the end now before we turn around. 50 knots max on the runway. .210 max on the turn. So as we turn around now, ready to line up before the runway. Okay, so we'll stick on the brakes. As we go overhead now, we get our landing lights, which are both on. Taxi lights can go off. Runway start switch is continuous. The engine start switch is, sorry. As we get ready now, we'll drop into a flaps 5 and we can proceed ready for our departure route. So as the flaps start to drop, as soon as they reach flaps 5, we'll drop the brake and we'll be ready to depart. Max 210 on the bank. We've got the KEC NDB and we've also got down in, we've got the GAR VOR, which we're going to switch over once we pass. So what we can do now, guys, is flaps 5 are engaged, green light, so we can release the brakes, power on to 40%. Stabilized, and so go. Pressure on the column. Airspeed live.
80 knots.
Check. Throw hold. Neutral on the column.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. So LNAV is in and engaged.
400.
400 checked. 210, so we can go up to a flaps 1. And just lower down now on our pitch. So we can start that speed up ascent.
1000.
1000 checked. Auto brake can be turned off along with our gear. As we proceed to climb up now, as we get some trimming. ready to go into that left-hand turn. Flaps 1 coming in, climb 1's now coming in as well, as we just lower down, and we're going to that left-hand turn.
$1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. So we keep it on for 12,004. We'll put that up to 310 or 270 as we when we finish the left-hand turn. So as we come through now, we go up to flaps 1, which can stay in as we just increase our pitch as the flaps retract in. 210 max. Now we get some trimming as well on that turn. Passing through 3002. Still staying below 210. So once we come out of the procedural turn, then we can start to retract the flaps. We'll get the aircraft into VNAV once the flaps are retracted, and then we'll be on our way to lovely Athens. So still flying the aircraft manually. There's a QNH coming over now, passing transition of 5,000, which are checked and set to standard as we go into that left-hand turn again. So flying the aircraft manually now. And as we are going to switch around from GAR, we can get the 1147 in, which is for the Kilo Romeo Kilo. And the flight director is going to start to come back at any moment. So into that right hand turn we go now. Passing through 7,002, need to be 4,500 above, so we are on profile. There's the Kilo Romeo Kilo, currently 13.1 DME away. And as we come out of that bank now, we'll just wait until the aircraft lines itself up, and then we can start to proceed on for our acceleration speed. Passing through 8,002. As the aircraft's going to re-level itself. As we are out now, we can proceed to our flaps up. So we slowly lower our pitch as the aircraft starts to speed up now for flaps up setting. So I don't want to drop pitch too much. Otherwise we're going to have a rapid climb up when we try to stabilise out. So as we slowly now start to rise, passing through 9,004, we're going up for 270. There, which is sat. As we're coming now for our flaps up. Now we can get VNAV in, which is now engaged. So as we slowly lower the pitch on the aircraft, we get the autopilot in now. LNAV and VNAV is engaged. VNAV speed for now, until we rise up to our cruising speed, and then we'll be all set and ready to go.
Thank you to each of you, and welcome back to our SkyMod members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on.
A137, which is checked, passing 250 at 10,000 feet now. Landing lights, right tunnels are off, engine start switches are off as well. Cabin can now relax. As we are on our way to lovely Athens.
Use approved electronic devices.
Currently 8 degrees. So what we can do is we get the engine anti-ice on. Terrain is on. And we're just getting ready to pass the Kilo Romeo Kilo VOR. Topic climb 270. As we fly through round onto the left, we're going to come through onto the arrival. For the arrival, we're basically going to come down as we arrive.
Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages.
Take the Nemes to Charlie, straight down to Didymon DDM, and then that is our transition from Didymo, where we then basically, we are going to basically troop through 5,000 feet, 13 DME from DDM, and then come right through. So DDM is our initial approach, fix the 117.2, we'll come through for 5,000 feet, and then swing in onto the 032, which is 13 point DME from DDM. So that is the departure, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As now we are going to go to our takeoff cinematics. So I'll leave you with that, and once we come back we'll be at our top of descent, ready to come in for runway 03 right on the ILS down in lovely Athens. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, support the channel, and I'll see you when we get back for our top of descent. As we are just around 20 nautical miles out, ready for our top of descent as we just approach Nemes. coming down. We're going to put our initial altitude down for 5,000 feet, where we're going to roll in to come in onto the approach. There's the signal for the FMC, which is going to basically tell us in a few seconds time as well to plug the MCP altitude. So we've got 5,000, which is set. We're currently heading down onto the 112. We're going to be coming down for Didim. As we can see here for our initial approach fix, we're going to come through from Nemes 110, 6,000 down to Didim, which is the 1172. Okay, which is checked. Now we get the 172 in. I just think my mouse is going a little bit, it's had its fair share. So there's the Didim's VORs in, which we've got set and checked. We also get the SPA for the 1175 as well. Once we've got them switched over, we can then go in and program the ILS, which is going to be for the India Alpha Tango Romeo, which is the 032 for the 111.1. So 032, which is set. 032, which is also set and checked. So there's our top of descent now, just within reach, probably around 10 or so nautical miles, just under around 8. And we're going to leave flight level 260 ready to come down into lovely Athens. Now check the weather as well. As we can see, the QNH is 1019, winds currently down are 36015, fewer 800, we've got fewer 1800. Broken at 3,000, temperature's 14 degrees, no significant change. We've also gone in and got the weather forecast set up as well, so 1510 at 3,000, which is 000 at 15, which is checked. 1019 and 95 is going to be for when we switch over the QNHs to 1019, which we can pre-arm now. So there's 1019, which is checked. And 109, which is checked. So there's vertical deviation now, which has popped up, one there and there, which we can see. Once we pass the middle, the aircraft's going to start to go into that descent, and we're going to follow its vertical bearing down. So there's our flight path angle as the aircraft now is descending down, pitching down, and it wants to go for 3.2, which is going to be for around 2,700 feet. So if we watch now, the aircraft's going to go down to catch the vertical profile, and then as the vertical deviation comes back, as we can see, there's the middle line, which basically means we're on the right flight path. The aircraft's now pitching up for 2006, we can see 2.3 to 22. Now we can open up speed brakes. As we come down, ready for that descent. So engine start switches are continuous, which we are now ready to go. Off schedule descent, which is fine. We wanted to be going for 270, which was set, which I forgot to set over. So that'll readjust itself. Engine start switches are continuous, which are set. We're on 305 for 300 on the landing altitude, which is set and configured. As we are now on for Nantes, which is the 110 track, passing through flight level 233 on our way down into lovely Athens. So speed brake can now come in as we've lifted up on our descent profile, coming down for around 2,000 feet, 2,200 feet per minute. So everything is all configured. We'll go in and get our braking performance for the landing. So we're coming 03 right, winds are 000 at 15, temperature is 14, which is checked, QNH is 1019, we're going to be coming down for flaps 30, I should imagine. Coming down on for our weights 3943, which is 0.4, so it'll be 67.6. Isopes on, we can see the 111.10 for the 032, which is also in. We'll take 151 plus 5, well, we've got 15, so what we'll do is round that to 16 and plus 8 then, which will be set. So 67.6. And we've got reverb as 10 as plus 6, but we're going to put an 8 in. Just to be on the safe side, we can take all of the auto brakes, so we'll just take auto brake number 2, which will be fine for us today. As we send through flight level 200, the aircraft is pretty much managed now. There's Didim as we get ready to roll through. then we're going to make that slight left turn from Diddum, ready for that intercept down. So 117.2, which we'll get in 117.2, 5,000 feet. And then we're going to drop down to 4,000 feet to intercept, and then we've got 3,002, which is 14 DME from the localizer, which is our initial fix. And then coming through, we're going to intercept onto the glide slope at 9 DME from the localizer, which is the Foxtrot India 03 right, which we can see. So the Foxtrot India 03 right, that's where we start the descent down on a 3-degree glide path, and you can see it's a 3-degree glide path coming in for a 159, I think, 159. So as we come for a 159, we are going to be looking for around 850 to 870 as we come through. Missed approach point is at the Spa VOR, which is right here with the M missed approach point. And 3,200 feet is where we come down, which is the last altitude fix on for the approach. So there's Diddum, which is currently 15.8 DME. 117.5, which will switch over for Spa, which you can see is 51 nautical miles away. Speed brakes are armed, auto brake is set for config 2. Let's come overhead now, as we didn't set that back to 270. The aircraft continue down. I'm going to let the aircraft speed up a little. So you're going to see the aircraft pitch down more as we speed, as it's trying to catch down on the profile. So we're going to speed brakes up now as we drop down for Diddum, and over on our legs we've got 240 for the Delta 057 mic, which is 13 DME once we leave, which is the 13 DME mark, which is displayed right here. 13 DME is the Delta Oscar 57 mic, so there's the Delta Oscar 57 mic, 5,000 above 240, as we can see. So I'm going to put that down in for 5,000 feet. There's about 5,000 there, and then we've got 4,000 above, and then 4,000, which is we're now staying for 5,000 above. We can see we've got a decel point. We are 10 nautical miles outbound from the DDM, which is the Diddum, and we are just approaching the Delta Oscar 57 mic, which is the 13 DME from the DDM VOR, which are proceeding to enter now onto the 057, which we've got set on the track. So as we're now going to swing through, what we can do is we are going to get the ILS in
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. So we can continue that descent on down, which is going to be for 3,002. One 1.10 for the 032. So we'll put in the Spa and 110.1. Which is going to be for the ILS. Coming in, so the 111.10. Okay, which is checked, 032, which is set and checked on both sides. As we pass through now, 5,000 feet, and we're coming down for 4,000 as we rise through. As we're just waiting now for the vertical deviation to come down, and then we'll proceed back on profile as we hold 240 ready to come down and intercept on for the ILS. So 240, we're holding 5,000 in and checked, ready for that descent as we come down for 4,000 above, and then we'll go down to 4,000 for 3,200 feet, and that's at 9.0 DME, which will come in ready and set for us. So we'll get the ILS, which is in on one side as we get ready and checked, and we'll get the ILS over on number 2. So we see the 111.0 for the 032, which will come to life as we start to come inbound just that little bit further. This is our decel mark as we get ready to come in. Seatbelt signs can go
The
on.
captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
As we descend through the clouds now, ready for 03 right. From here we're going to be taking the 032, which is then going to line us up ready to go. So there's the localizer, we'll wait till that get over to the right hand side, and then we can start to configure the aircraft ready to go. Which is in and checked. Actually quite nice, I think it actually switched over, so there's 1019. Diesel points coming in as we're going to start to make that descent down. 214. That's going to bring us down to our flaps up speed. So there's the localizer, we'll get the localizer in as we'll follow the VNAV profile down to 3,200 feet, and then we can activate the approach as we come down. So there's the idle retard coming in for the throttles. As we can slowly see the speed now starting to slow to our flaps up position, which is going to be around 4214. So there's the localizer coming in. As the aircraft makes that left-hand turn. As we slowly come down for 3,200 feet, as we come down onto the localizer. So we're still currently at 18.7 DME out, so I'm not going to put any of the flaps in. Wait until we get around 10 nautical miles out, and then we can start to configure the aircraft properly for the approach. So bring the control columns over. Got 1019 for the QNH. Auto brakes are number 2, which are checked. We're coming in for a VREV 30 plus 8, which is going to be a 159. As we're passing through 4003. Then we're going to come down for 3002. Engine start switches are continuous. Passing through 10,000. Now we've got our landing lights on, which are all configured, and we'll tell Kevin ready to go. So 3002, which is checked in. We are going to start that descent down for 3,200 feet. 032, which is intercepted. There's a glide slope coming down, so we're going to come down for 3002.
1,000 to go.
There's the next descent coming down. I just don't want to start a glide slope off just yet. I'll wait until we get down for 3002. And then I'll come up for around 12 DME. And drop into a flaps 5. So as the flaps extend, we'll slowly start to decel. VNAV's still in, as we're going to get to 3002, so we can hit the approach, which is in now on the single channel. Passing through 3001. Over on the descent path, leading down 1,917, so 1,020 by 5 DME. As you slowly come down to a flaps 5. Airport is in sight.
$2,500.
Which is jacked. Hey, flaps 15, get down. Spin that down to a 159. And we come down for flaps 30. There's a 158, throttle should now kick in. Runway is in sight. As we level off around that 900 to 950 mark. 159, so I'm going to disengage the autopilot and disengage the auto throttle. And I have control of the aircraft. For a 159. To get a bit of trimming as we are all ready to go. So there's a glide slope now coming back. I'll just lift up onto profile.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Okay, welcome back guys to Athens.
However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed. We invite you to visit delta.com for all your future travel needs, including checking in for a flight.
Okay, so auto brakes can be turned off, flaps are fully retracted, speed brake is fully retracted. Go overhead now, we'll get the landing lights off, taxi lights can go on, engine start switches can go on with the position lights, we get our fasten seat belt signs turned off along with the AP which can now go on and checked. So as we're going to go over to stand now, I'm going to leave you guys with the landing cinematics. Hope you enjoyed the flight today back to Athens. Don't forget to like and subscribe guys, support the channel to get to that 2K subscriber goal, and I'll see you via our next adventures on the next available flight on the channel. So take care for now guys, stay safe, I'll see you very soon. Bye.